Hello friends, welcome to our channel Keep Growing. Today we are going to discuss what we can learn from the book Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. Let's start with a story. A genius is the man who can do the average thing when everyone else around him is losing his mind. This is a famous quote by French Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte. Although he said it about military genius, it's very much applicable for investors too. We do crazy things when it comes to managing our personal finance. In this field, a janitor can beat a Harvard Business School graduate by discipline and hard work. Ronald Read worked as a janitor in a store. He had invested every month in blue chip stocks from his savings. In 2004, when Read died at the age of 92, his portfolio valuation was $8 million. This money was totally earned by Read through his discipline and hard work. He didn't get a single penny by winning a lottery or by inheritance. Richard Fuscon's story was complete opposite. He was a Harvard Business School graduate and was working in an investment bank called Merrill Lynch. But he spent his money very lavishly. He borrowed heavily and lived in a 18,000 square feet house whose monthly maintenance cost alone was $90,000. In 2008, when global financial crisis hit, he had no income with high debt. He declared himself bankrupt. From this story, we can learn that financial success is not a science. It's a soft skill where how you behave is more important than what you know. Now, let's discuss the key takeaways from the book Psychology of Money. Number 1. People take financial decisions based on their life experiences, not life goals. A person who grew up in the time of recession tends to invest his money more in fixed income assets than stocks. On the other hand, lower income group people spend more money on lottery tickets than books, movie, sports events, music combined. Winning a lottery ticket is like 1 in a million event, but they are buying lottery thinking they will hit the jackpot. As they are living life on their daily wages, they don't have enough savings, and they know that they don't have enough skill to get rich quickly. So, they depend on lottery or fantasy cricket for getting rich. Our personal experience may be 0.00001% of what happens in the world, but it's 100% how we think how world works. Number 2. Success is the combination of luck and risk together. Luck and risk are very closely connected to each other. In real life, they both decide our life other than individual effort. We can explain this using 2 stories. We all know that Bill Gates is the founder of a trillion-dollar company called Microsoft. But you will be surprised with the fact that Bill Gates went to one of the only high schools in the world that had computer, Lakeside School, Seattle, which in the 1960s had computers when most of the universities didn't get access to this leading-edge technology. Bill Gates was 13 years old in 1968 when he met his classmate Paul Allen. Both of them were obsessed with computers and started learning programming from that age. Later, they both founded Microsoft and both became household names in the world. Now, look at the different angle of the scenario. Do a quick math. In 1968, there were roughly 303 million high school age people in the world. About 18 million of them lived in the United States. About 270,000 of them lived in Washington state. A little over 10,000 of them lived in Seattle area and only 300 of them attended Lakeside School. So it's 1 in a million. Once Bill Gates said, if there had been no Lakeside, there would have been no Microsoft. Here is our second story. In that group of Lakeside School computer prodigies, there was a third member, Kent Evans. Kent Evans, Bill Gates and Paul Allen became best friends in 8th grade. Evans was as skilled in computer as Gates and Allen. They were always discussing about their future plan, but it would never happen. Kent died in a mountaineering accident before he graduated high school. Now, look at the different angle of this scenario. Every year, there are around 3 dozen mountaineering deaths in the United States. The odds of being killed on a mountain in high school are roughly 1 in a million. Bill Gates was lucky by 1 in a million probability, whereas Kent Evans was unlucky by 1 in a million. For every Bill Gates, there is a Kent Evans who was just as skilled and driven but ended up on the other side of the coin. This is life. Number 3. If you want to do better as an investor, the single most powerful thing you can do is to increase your time horizon. We all know about the investing legend Warren Buffett. He is the 5th richest person in the world. His today's net worth is more than $113 billion. More than 200 books have been written about how Warren Buffett built his fortune. Main reason why Warren Buffett is so successful is that he is not only a very good investor but also a very good investor for more than 80 years. 95% of his wealth is generated after the age of 60. His CAGR of investment is 21%. If he started investment like us at the age of 30 with 10 lakh rupees and retired at the age of 60, his wealth would have been approx 30 crore, which is 99.99% less than Warren Buffett's actual wealth. Legendary trader Jim Simons's net worth is $28 billion. He has earned a CAGR of 66%, but he started his investment journey at the age of 50, whereas Warren Buffett has started at the age of 9. That's what makes all the difference. Main assumption is that if you are doing more than average thing for a very, very long period of time, you can also be rich like Warren Buffett. Number 4. Getting wealthy versus staying wealthy. This story is about Jesse Livermore, one of the greatest stock traders of all time. In 1929, stock market crashed due to Great Depression. In October 1929, more than one-third of stock market value got wiped out in just 3 days. Those days are named Black Monday, Black Tuesday, and Black Thursday. But the situation was completely opposite for Jesse. Because of his foresight, he already shorted the market with huge quantity. On those 3 days, Jesse Livermore became one of the richest persons in the world. He earned more than $3 billion in today's valuation. But after his success, he became overconfident. He was making larger and larger bets with debt and started losing. By 1933, Jesse lost all his wealth and submerged with huge debt. He eventually took his own life. Jesse Livermore was very good at getting wealthy, but not so good at staying wealthy, which is equally important. Number 5. Controlling your time is the highest dividend money pays. The writer of the book Psychology of Money says that the highest form of wealth is the ability to wake up every morning and say, I can do whatever I want today. Since his childhood, he wanted to become an investment banker, as investment bankers made lots of money. After college, he got the chance to work in an investment bank. That time he thought that he had won a lottery. But after working for only 1 month, he quit his job because investment banker's job was very much time consuming. He had to go to office on Sundays also. He was almost involved 24/7 mentally for his office job, which he didn't like. Psychiatrist Angus Campbell wanted to know what made people happy. After many years of research, he wrote a book called The Sense of Well-Being in America, where he told that if you have control over your time, it will give you more happiness than your salary, size of your room, or the prestige of your job. Money's greatest asset is you can buy your time with it. Like if you have 6 months emergency savings, then you are not worried about your boss. You know if you get fired, you have sufficient time to search a new job. If you have 5 years of savings, you don't even bother to change job. You can take light job with flexible working times. So, that's it friends. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe and press the bell icon. We will be back soon with a new video.